Welcome everybody to Horror Talk with Chris Brock. We're going to be talking about the Halloween Ends trailer. All right, that was a little shorter than I expected, but there you go. So, me and Jordan recently did a trailer reaction on our YouTube channels. Oh shit, he chokeslammed her. He indeed chokeslammed her. Forgot to turn on some music. Let me do that. Hopefully it doesn't mess anything up. Okay.
Nice.
I got my water here. My Halloween Complete Collection, which is honestly like a gold mine on eBay, apparently.
Oh yeah, it's super expensive.
I really love the set, but $400 or $500, I don't think it's worth that. But yeah, we're here to talk about the highly anticipated Halloween Ends trailer. So they did a weird maneuver, I think because of some pictures and the trailer apparently leaked beforehand, but didn't they release it like 10:30, 11:30 at night?
Yeah, it was pretty late actually because we were chatting about it. I just finished a video that I've not got to edit or put on my channel yet. I'm gonna try to do that sometime this weekend, but I wasn't expecting the trailer until the following day, and then you told me that it was up, so I immediately went and just filmed a reaction as quick as I could to it. And yeah, I filmed mine at like 11:30. It's almost midnight when I filmed my reaction. So
I'm trying to think when I did mine. I think I did mine when it said the trailer had released 30 minutes ago. So, and I recorded it really quickly. But I was trying to make a thumbnail for it. That was the hardest part. So I didn't get mine up till like 1 o'clock, I think.
Yeah, mine wasn't up much earlier than that because I just threw my thumbnail together really quick. I just wanted to have it up. Wanted to be one of the first few to have the trailer reaction up. But by the time I did it, there was already like 4 or 5 trailer reactions posted. Because there's these Halloween-based channels that are just really on this shit, which is a good thing. I mean, they're not solely Halloween, but they kind of beat you to the punch every time. Those guys too.
They are. They are very quick. They are like ninjas waiting for it to be posted. Like you mentioned, man, like it was really late at night. And I was like, okay, it's going to be posted probably tomorrow. That was the rumor going around. And I think I did the Jeepers Creepers trailer reaction. And then that happened. I'm like, I have to get it up tonight. Can't wait until tomorrow. And I got a copyright claim, which kind of sucks, but better than a strike, which I thought was weird. Basically did what everybody else did.
Yeah, it was odd that you got one.
Audio. Yeah. But that's not the point. What did you think about the trailer, man?
I've watched it a couple times since my reaction, and in my reaction video, even Hope, my girlfriend, was talking to me about it. 'Cause she was laying on the bed like watching me do it, and she was like, "You really didn't say much," and I was like, there really wasn't much to say. It wasn't a bad trailer. I think it was well crafted, where it didn't really give plot points away and everything. It was a lot of jump cuts from scene to scene to scene to scene, so you didn't really know what was going on. But in terms of what to say, I was kind of speechless on it because, I mean, there's a few points like Michael or whatever. We'll probably get into the whole copycat situation, but whoever going up the stairs, and then the score behind that, and then honestly, the first part that took me out of it was the Jamie Lee Curtis scene when he opened the door and she just had the gun pointed. Not that it was bad, it just, I wasn't really expecting that. And it for the rest of the trailer, I just didn't. I was kind of speechless on it until she was about to get, her hand through like the disposer, whatever it is, like that whole scene. Then I was just kind of like, oh shit. It was a good trailer. It gives me a little bit of hope for the film. I think it's going to be different than Kills, and Kills, I mean, 2018 and Kills are really divisive amongst fans. I wasn't a huge fan of Kills, and I wasn't a huge fan of 2018 when it was released. That's been documented on my channel. But I think we're going to get a different take with this one. It gives me definite hope for sure.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't dislike any of the, David Gordon Green Halloween movies, but
No.
Man, I'm a sucker for obviously the first two, even three at this point, 4,
Yeah.
5, and 6. That's not really my bread and butter. The new timeline's been pretty cool. It depends on how this goes down. Depends on how they end it. But for the trailer, I liked it. Like you mentioned, it didn't give too much away. Gave us some really cool shots, kind of pumping us up for Michael versus Laurie.
Exactly.
And yeah, you mentioned something about a copycat killer. And I want to show a
Mm-hmm.
clip here. This is what
Okay.
everybody is going on about. Okay.
All right, let's see it.
All right. I tried to put it in slow motion. It's going to be really quick. But check out his finger has a ring on it. Okay. Right there. We'll do it one more time. So, a lot of people think that this is going to be the new character, Corey, who's going to be a copycat killer. What do you think about that?
I've watched, like I said, I watched the trailer over a couple times. I tried to stop it and kind of freeze frame it and piece together things that I missed, like the whole the Hawkins thing. Because upon first viewing, I thought I saw him, but I wasn't really for sure until I watched it over and over and over. The copycat killer thing, it looks like that new character from the trailer. There is a scene where Michael looks like he is in the. It looks like he's in like a sewer, which I believe it's not the title for the film, but like the title that came out, like I don't know what you would call it. Was it like Cave Dweller, or it was something along those lines where they were teasing what the title was going to be for Halloween Ends, and I don't know if that kid has the stature to really be that. I'm not saying there isn't a copycat, but I'm not sure if he's the guy. I think a copycat, that's a very good possibility and a very good prediction. But in terms of it being him, I don't know. I need a little more evidence before I could say, yeah, it's that guy for sure, I think.
Right. Yeah, like, I think I agree with you. Like, there's a pretty big difference between that character and what's his name, James Jude Courtney. He's like 6'3".
Yeah, he's a big dude.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that kid's not 6'3". He doesn't look big. In the trailer, you can actually see him being strangled by Michael, and he has a ring on his finger. I'm pretty sure. I should have saved that clip to show you guys, but go back and check that trailer out. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that character has a ring right on that finger. So it's interesting. That could be the thing that Jamie Lee Curtis said that will piss a lot of people off. Could be the copycat killer thing.
That's very possible. I mean, I looked at images of the guy that's supposed to be playing the new character that everybody's kind of in the middle on, and he looks like, I mean, he's a younger dude. He looks like he wouldn't be much older than us. I wouldn't say he was early 30s, maybe at the most. I don't know. Maybe younger than that. I don't know. But his stature, his build, I've seen people talk about it, and I've seen like where they're like, oh, this mask looks different in this shot with Jamie Lee Curtis, and this and that, and the build looks similar to James Jude Courtney, and there's some speculation on a possible like an escaped mental patient who could be the copycat killer, and all of this is getting blamed on this kid, and then something to that nature comes out, because it's all up in the air right now. I mean, the synopsis that you read to me was kind of what we predicted would happen with this movie anyway, in terms of Laurie Strode's character and kind of trying to move on from this life that she's lived, being fearful of Michael when he really doesn't even care about her. So and she's kind of writing her memoir or whatever. So I mean, I don't know, man. Something's gonna happen. Copycat killer or not, there's gonna be some killings for sure. If there ain't, people are gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be pissed. I'll throw popcorn at the screen. I want to see deaths.
Could you imagine, like, in the entire movie, there's no kills, even though in the trailer, there's obvious people buried to get killed by Michael, but could you imagine no kills until the last 15 minutes of the movie? Or Michael is not technically in it until the last 15 minutes, the real Michael.
Yeah,
That probably puts a lot of
that'd
people off.
for sure. And I know there was 2 test screenings. I think I mentioned this in my trailer reaction, but I think one of them was really like people had really, really negative reviews to say about it, and one of them it was really positive overall. So they're doing kind of what they did with 2018, which I believe they actually they had 2 different endings for 2018. So, and also they had a different, like an additional scene at the end of Kills, which is out there now. It's on the Blu-ray and it's on YouTube with Laurie Strode's daughter and all that stuff. So I guess they might have got weary on the fact that maybe there was some disagreement between David Gordon Green or producer. I don't know, but maybe they put the 2 test screenings out there like, okay, let's see which one gets, the better overall reaction, I suppose. So if Michael doesn't kill anybody till 15 minutes, left in the runtime of the movie, that'd be wild. Or if he doesn't even appear, but I don't see that happening really. I don't think they could get away with it.
No, I think that'd be like a big mistake to do that, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, for sure. Me too.
I think of it's really the controversy is really the copycat killer. Everything else throughout the movie looks the trailer looked pretty cool. Obviously Jamie Lee Curtis having that classic Laurie Strode outfit on was really cool to see. That was wild, like right at the beginning of the trailer, that happening. Michael opens the door and there she is with the gun. Yeah, all the conversations that we've had talking about, the logical next step with the movie, it kind of seems like that's what they're going for, other than the copycat killer. We didn't talk about anything like that in our predictions, but oh man, I'm excited for it.
Oh yeah, I'm too. In theaters, what day was it again? I don't remember the exact date. I know it's October, but
I actually do not know.
I don't know if it's the 14th. I want to say the 14th, but I could be wrong.
I'll look it up really quick. It'll be coming out. Come on. Yeah, the 14th of October.
And I guess they're not doing VOD this time, so I'm assuming they're not. I think it's theaters only, but I could be wrong.
I'm not sure on that, but I cannot wait. I'm gonna go see it in theaters, and hopefully, not that I really hated Kills. Kills was a mixed bag for me. I just hope that overall leave the theater more satisfied than I did the previous movie.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Honestly, I didn't get to see 2018 in theaters. I didn't get to see Kills in theater. I saw it on, Peacock
VOD.
or I think, but yeah, I'm gonna watch it too. That I guess I'm assuming it's gonna come out on a Friday or Saturday. It's gonna come out on a weekend. I don't know what day that falls on, but I'm just gonna go ahead and take a stab at it and say that's when it'll happen. But yeah, that'd be cool to actually get to watch that together because we've not actually got to see a Halloween film in theater together. So that would be
that's true.
That'd be pretty sick.
This is going a little off topic, but the only one that you've seen in theaters is the Rob Zombie one, right?
Yeah, Rob Zombie, both films. I saw both of them.
Wow, both of them. I apologize for you.
Yeah, it was a miserable experience both times.
Reminds me a lot of my experience on the remake of A Nightmare on Elm Street. Oh no, that was
I'm glad I didn't. Yeah, I would have been super let down. So I'm glad I didn't accompany you on that journey to that movie theater because I can only imagine what you felt walking out from that.
That is like one of the only times that I walked into a theater and walked out and like I felt nothing till a couple days later. Then I'm like, all right, I processed it. It was fucking dog shit. So
yeah,
I got another Elm Street since.
No, hopefully one day.
One day. I mean, with the resurgence of Michael and Ghostface, hopefully Jason and Freddy can kind of get in the mix. That's what I'm
Yeah.
hoping.
Oh yeah, I'm right there with you. One thing I was going to ask you, what do you think is going to be the journey for Allison in this film?
Hmm.
Because she's lost practically everything minus her grandmother. So where does she go? And this is just thoughts that I've been thinking. Like, what happens with her character? What's her purpose? Is she taking the new Laurie Strode like mantle? Is she the one searching for Michael? Is Laurie going to be like, hey, let it the fuck go? Just and then she's like, I can't. She's now living how her grandmother
Yeah.
lived in the past. I don't know what's in store for her.
If I had to guess, I'd probably say what you just mentioned, her taking on the role that Laurie did in the previous movies of trying to hunt Michael down, especially after her mother and father got killed. I think she's going to
Exactly.
probably be that one that's obsessing over Michael, and Laurie is finally moving on. Going to kind of be like that role reversal, is what I'm assuming. But I don't know what else they could do with her as a character.
That would be about the only thing I could think of that'd be the most logical thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, she's just going to be by the wayside, and it's going to be Jamie Lee Curtis's film again. And I love Jamie Lee Curtis, and I love the character of Laurie Strode. And I mean, obviously, we have the same deep love and admiration for most of the Halloween franchise. But I Laurie that storyline in itself is sort of played out with Laurie anyway. I don't want the movie to be all about Laurie. I really don't. And that's just my personal opinion. I want her to be in it, and I think she should live until the finale, till the ending of the film. I think even if she wants to live past the film, or if her and Michael go out like simultaneously with each other, would be, for this story would be an end, because this is the last Blumhouse film, but it's not the last Halloween film we're ever going to get.
Oh, no.
The property's too big, and it might be 5, 6, 7, 8, even 10 years from now, but there'll be another installment or another film by a different company, I think. So,
and I agree with you completely. I don't think Halloween will ever just go away after this last movie in the Blumhouse trilogy. No. There is one thing I wanted to mention. I was reading, and it was just a theory, and kind of interesting. This person was saying that what if Michael's physical body dies, but his spirit's still there? You know what I mean? Like maybe Michael's possessed, which is kind of far-fetched and out there, but they did say that Michael's no longer human. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Weird theory, but what would you think?
It's possible. I mean, they could go that route, I suppose. Since 2018, there's just been like hints, and not just since 2018, obviously since like 78. And the only films that are canon in this franchise is the original, and then these next 3 that we got. But Michael, I don't know. I think Michael's always been, if not a supernatural being, then for sure, like, I mean, he's the boogeyman. Now, he does take some damage in these newer movies for sure. And that's kind of what makes me think there could possibly be a copycat killer. Maybe not the new dude, but because in the trailer, when he's about to put her hand, through the disposal, like all that shit, like she does a headbutt and it jolts him back really quick.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if Michael, if he is full on supernatural, he's not human at this point, if he would react to that, or if that would even really stun him to the fact where he wouldn't be able to get her hand through that. So, I don't know. I feel like they're fucking with us a lot in the trailer too. Like, scenes are misplaced. I don't know Laurie could die in the first 10 minutes. It could be a resurrection scenario. And I don't know. I don't. It's definitely not all the placement's not cohesive to how the movie's going to play out. I know for sure,
right.
But they could do the supernatural thing and have his spirit live on, and the possession kind of pass on to someone else. It would be kind of weird if they did like a Halloween 4 thing and it went to Allison or something, and like that's how the movie ended.
That's what I was thinking. They could do that with her, which I don't know if I would like that, and that could piss a lot of people off. But they did mention that something that ends is going to make a lot of people mad. So it's really just guessing what that thing is. Could be the copycat killer. Could be Allison becoming the new Shape or the Shape himself.
Yeah.
Physical body dying, and then spiritual part of him is still there. I don't know, man. It's exciting to like theorize and come up with all these theories that you think could possibly happen based on the trailer, but also the trailer is very misleading.
Oh
so
yeah.
You never know, man.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I guess the cool thing about it is too, July is practically over, so there's 3 months less. I mean, not even that. Like, there's not that long, and we don't have that long of a wait till we actually get to find out what happens. So it's cool as Halloween fans to predict and just theorize and talk about what we want to happen. But it's either going to be, I don't know, man. It would have to really set a bar pretty fucking low for me to dislike it more than Kills, because I just wasn't a big fan of that movie. I didn't hate it. But I don't want to go on a Kills rant. But I think it's either going to be the best one out of the 3 new ones, or it's going to be middle. It's maybe either going to be better than 2018, or it's just going to be slightly under. Is how I'm feeling about it. I'm excited for it, and I mean, it's a good time to be a horror fan with films like this coming out.
Well, yeah, for sure.
And we just had Nope, which I've not seen, but I've heard positive reviews mostly all around on that movie. And, we got like horror video games that are released a lot here. Evil Dead, The Quarry. I mean, in terms of media, it's a really fun time, surprisingly, in 2022 to be a horror fan. So I'm pumped, man. It's going to be an experience one way or another.
I agree completely. Check this comment out from the legendary Dante Graves. That would be crazy.
It would be. That's definitely possible. If that does happen, that could be the divisive thing they talked about. And we also got to remember, now I don't know if this was, like, I know they said it was going to divide fans, and Jamie Lee Curtis herself said that it was going to be divisive and it was going to, in few words, like, piss some people off. But, like, we got to take into account, was that prior or, like, after the reshoots? Because they had reshoots for the film. Yeah. So maybe it was like, oh shit, this is a little too far. Let's go ahead and get James Jude back in here, because if I'm not mistaken, he actually had to cancel. I think he was supposed to do a con, like a convention, and he couldn't do it because he had to do the reshoots. And contractually, I mean, you have to do the reshoots. So, and I don't know how many they did, and I don't know what characters were involved. But if Michael dies in the first 20 minutes, man, I don't know. That's gonna, yeah. I don't know. I don't want a Rob Zombie experience again with, the 2 remakes that I'm not a huge fan of, but that, I don't know, dude. I don't know what to say about that. What do you think, Chris?
I don't know, man. Anything's possible. I mean, if that happens, I think a lot of people are going to be pissed off. I guess it depends on what they do afterwards. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah. They can still mold like a really good movie after it, but the problem is keeping people in the seats if that does happen.
I know after Michael's dead. Got another one from him. Imagine though. Okay.
That, yeah.
I can see that in a way.
I could see it happening. I don't think anything's off the table for this one. Like, I think anybody, if it's really truly the end of the Blumhouse trilogy or whatever you want to call it, people can die at any point. Like, Allison can die, Laurie can die. I don't know.
That would be pretty crazy.
Be interesting. I don't know if I would love that, but it would be interesting. It'd be different. Also, when they started shooting the movie, like, wasn't Jamie Lee Curtis, like, she had posted some pictures. I don't know if it was, I guess it was on social media. I don't know what platform, but I don't know how many days she actually filmed. I don't think it was that many, if I recall, because she had like posted something that was like, and she had like blood on her and shit, and that could just been, stuff to throw fans off. But
He'd be pissed.
I'd be pissed too. I'm gonna lie. I'd light up a cigarette right in the fucking theater and start smoking. Like, I gotta smoke, dude. Why are you smoking in the theater? You killed Michael. Fucking asshole. Kill anybody, man, not Michael.
I just want Loomis to appear again. Did he kill again,
Please.
Hawkins?
What happened?
I was dying laughing at that part.
What's going on here? That part, oh god, we riffed, dude. When I did the Halloween kills talk or whatever, we talked about that for like 2 hours, so I won't go on about it, but yeah, that was crazy.
Hello, Trent. Michael Myers is Dante Graves' dad. If he loses, we riot. Team Michael, I guess.
My dad's actually...
What?
I was going to say my dad's Bucky, but he died an unfortunate death.
Dude,
he was just trying to earn an honest man's fucking living, dude.
Bucky is literally the unsung hero of Halloween 4.
Yeah.
I mean, he was trying to get power back on, man.
Bucky and Ted Hollister, man.
Yeah, Ted Hollister, man. He was innocent.
Childhood friends.
And then Ben Tramer, too. That was like the unholy alliance. The unholy trio. Yeah. Those are the Halloween goats. Forget Laurie, Loomis, Jamie. Forget all them.
Tina.
Dude, we could just do like a whole stream talking about little quotes and stuff from the movie. We need to like riff on some of the Halloween movies. That'd be very fun.
Yeah. I will say Tina is one of the dumbest fucking characters I've ever seen.
I really don't like Tina at all. Yes, rest in peace, Ben Tramer.
Is it him or not? Dude, I love that. He's just like...
Yeah. Dude, okay, that police officer, he gassed it. Did he not? Like, he had no time to talk. He's just walking. Fucking Fast and Furious. He fucking hits the nitrous.
He gets out of the car like, fuck, what happened, dude?
Yeah, it's like, dude, you just ran the fuck over. Yeah. How do you not know, dude? Jesus Christ.
He's pinned and he just like the flames, dude. Just up in fucking flames, bro. It's just like, holy shit.
Oh, man. Jesus Christ.
It was Michael Myers.
I love Loomis, man. I wish Donald Pleasance didn't pass away. We could still have him
around. I know.
Around.
He'd be rolling around by now, but we'd have him in there.
Dude, he'd be fucking wheelchairing it. Where is he? Yeah. Is he killing again?
You haven't got a police boss?
Police boss. I love that. Man, Halloween 4 is so fucking awesome. That's the thing, dude. Like, I'm not trying to sound like those nostalgic people that are like, oh, the old ones are the best, but come on, man. Nothing,
they are.
Any of the new Blumhouse movies, I'm not saying they're terrible. I find enjoyment out of them, but none of them's yet to reach like Halloween 4, let alone Halloween 2.
No. Halloween 3 for that matter. I'm just gonna be honest. And that doesn't even include but I love Halloween 3. So
Dr. Dan Chalice.
Yeah, he's the man.
He is. I agree. Majestic mustache on him.
He is. Speaking of Dan Chalice, actually we watched a movie. I think it's like a Patreon stream at 9 tonight. So shout out to those guys.
Shout out to we watched a movie, fellow Kentuckians.
Yeah, Mike does a pretty good Dan Chalice.
Then,
Chalice.
Jay does Loomis, right?
Yeah.
Both those guys they're fucking awesome.
Yeah, they really are. I gotta throw this out here. It's not Halloween Ends related, but for people who are watching, like in the chat, I'm just curious because I've seen a lot of bickering back and forth about this. Like, anybody who's watching, has anyone seen the Rob Zombie, The Munsters trailer? And if so, what's like your consensus on it? I didn't grow up with the Munsters. I watched it periodically with like my grandparents and shit. But I don't know enough about it to think like, oh, it's gonna be shit. Like, it doesn't look like I don't know. It looked goofy and it looked like a Rob Zombie movie. I mean, just stylistically the way it was shot, it didn't have any skull fucking in it, but I mean, it looked really tight. I guess it didn't look like there was a lot of fucking filming locations.
That answers your question. Is that towards the Munsters? Hopefully that is. If not, I'd be a little concerned. I didn't grow up with it either, so I can't say if it's like accurate or if I thought it looked good. I mean, to me, it was really bizarre to watch a Rob Zombie trailer about a film of his that has. It didn't even say a single cuss word, did it?
No curse words at all. It definitely looked cheesy. And then I know he came out and he kind of defended it, which he's been known to do in the past with his films, and say that it was always supposed to go to Netflix. Truth behind, I don't know. I'm not in the fucking business, so I can't say yes.
Don't lie, dude.
I thought it was going to. I am secret. I thought it was supposed to go to theater, dude, when it was announced. That was just what I thought, but maybe it wasn't. I don't know. But it could be good, man. It's a different Rob Zombie movie. We'll see.
Right.
Can be worse than 31.
God, 31. The part in the trailer where Sherry Moon's like, "I'm gonna go." I was like, "Oh god." I don't know why that cracked me up.
Sherry Moon looks good in one Rob Zombie movie.
And that is House of 1,000 Corpses, right?
Yeah. She's not bad in Devil's Rejects either, but like, yeah.
Let's see. Rob Zombie made 5 good movies. That's way more than I think. 5 good movies. I'll be honest, the only, I'm not just hating on him to hate on him, is House of 1,000 Corpses. Devil's Rejects.
Yeah.
Made, like, 3 from Hell was like, alright. Like, I mean, it wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible.
Sherry Moon Zombie is a fox.
She was, dude. She looks like she weighs like 83 pounds now, though. So that's the only. She's getting older, but age isn't nothing. It's like a fine wine. I'm sure she still fucks like a jackrabbit. I don't know. I'm not Rob Zombie, but I can't comment on it. I want to be able to, but I can't. Unfortunately.
That's amazing. Oh man, that kind of happens sometimes. Just be talking about one thing and then kind of leads to another. At least Rob Zombie had something to do with Halloween, so we're kind of somewhat on.
That's true.
I feel like we've exhausted most of the options when it comes to Halloween Ends. We talked about the copycat killer, talked about what they could do with Allison.
Yeah,
a little bit about everything, man. As of right now, how would you rank? Which I already know you're ranking. Would it be 2018 then Kills?
Yeah, it would be for me anyway.
Trying to think. I would agree with you. I need to watch 2018 another time, one more time. I like Kills for how brutal it is. So
it is brutal for sure. Yeah, so I can't comment on Lord of Salem. I've not got to see it, but I definitely like House and Rejects a lot. Can't deny Otis Driftwood, man. Well, that whole cast in both films are just really, really good. Rest in peace, Sid Haig. It's really good. That's old Captain Spaulding.
I would actually
That's
like to see
possible.
them do that and stick with it instead of like doing the Halloween 5 thing. You know, I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree. I think if they're going to commit to it, commit all the way. Don't.
Yeah.
But that's the problem, though. If it's Blumhouse, if it's their last film, and then there's a cliffhanger ending where she's the killer,
Mm-hmm.
where do we go from there with a different?
Where do we go now?
All right, Axel.
All right, Aaron.
Uh, I don't know though. It could be interesting if they had like 2 more movies planned. We could see that pan
Yeah,
out. But
I think that'd be cool. I want to see them actually do that and stick with it for once. I really love the ending of Halloween 4. Loomis's face. We sit there screaming. Like that's meme worthy. Such a chilling
it
ending.
is.
And not to dog on 5, but I would have loved to have seen them continue with that. Even though that
Yeah,
would mean we didn't get Halloween 6, which I love. So
yeah. I love
good
Halloween
and bad
6 as
thing
well.
that they didn't go that route.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt about it. There's some bad Halloween movies,
Oh yeah,
and I don't know.
Rob
Even
Zombie's
5 is.
one.
Yeah, I don't like that one.
Devin
I
will
mean,
kill me in the comments.
people who do like. I mean, I respect everybody's opinion. I don't know. I saw that movie in theater when I was. What year was it out in 07?
Yeah, 2007.
So I was born in 97. So I mean, I saw that at an early age. I went in, but I'd grown up with those films on VHS, and the first thing that I saw was Michael Myers in the bathroom because we were a little bit late to the film, and I just heard about like pumping cum out of somebody's stomach, and I was like, "The fuck is going on?" Like, well,
Have you
what's?
seen the kid from Spy Kids?
Yeah, I seen the kid from Spy Kids. That was my experience. I will say I like it better than Halloween. If I have to watch both of those Rob Zombie movies, I like it better than Halloween 2. I'll say that. We watched those before we did those on my channel, and
Mm-hmm.
I think I liked Rob the first one better for sure.
Yeah, from what I can remember, I like the first one better. 2007 Rob Zombie film. Man, I really want to get into Halloween 2, the Rob Zombie version. Heard a lot of people talk about it. You got to have this mindset or that mindset and go into it like this. Another film that I recently saw somebody post about was Halloween 5. That basically, if you look at it like a Jello, that's a lot better. So, I don't know. It's cool kind of revisiting these films and, with like a different mindset to see if you enjoy them anymore than you had before.
Oh yeah, exactly. I agree. Yeah, I want that same affinity for that movie too. It seems like there's a lot of people in the horror community who really dig it. I know Pizzelle likes it a lot. I'm pretty sure Christian Hannah Horror likes it a lot. I mean, there's a fan base for Rob Zombie's second film, the second Halloween film.
See, check this right here out. Says I love both those movies as a dark parallel reality universe. See, I can see it in that regard. Because I know you love, the original timeline. But also it is cool to have like a inverted option. You know what I mean? Everything you know about Michael is flipped upside down. I'd rather have that version than have 5 of the same versions of Michael. You know what I mean? Where kind of how you mentioned Laurie Strode's story is kind of getting a little played out. Keep doing that, and it's like, well, the franchise is pretty much kind of in a way squeezed of any kind of originality if you keep doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah,
so,
I mean,
it is cool. Different take, not really one for me right now. I mean, last time I watched it, I liked it better than I did before, like by just a little bit. But
Yeah.
sometimes it's like that with certain movies. Like when I first watched the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre,
I
didn't really
remember.
like it too much, man. I was
Yeah,
expecting more.
Yeah, because you're like, dude. Because I remember I think you had watched it prior to us watching it. But then we watched it one night, and you're like, I think you love this movie just like a little bit more. I think you preferred TCM 2, and you might still prefer TCM 2, which I love that movie as well. But I don't know. It kind of watching things when you're younger and watching things when you're older. It's hard to change perception, but it's good to be able to do that because you can't go through life having the exact same mindset. It gets stale and boring. You gotta mix that shit up.
I agree completely. So I like that mindset that Mr. Dante Graves has about, it's a parallel universe. I like that. You have kind of two options there. You can kind of go with the original timeline or the 50 timelines that are in the Halloween series, or you can go the Rob Zombie route. Would have been curious to see what they would have done with the part 3 from Rob Zombie. Like how much wacky it could be than compared to Halloween 2.
There was a script for that. It actually didn't sound too bad, to be honest. But it had parts in it. Obviously, it had Rob Zombie in it for sure. But I mean, wasn't too bad. But I just never really hit the ground running, I guess. That's the thing with Rob Zombie. The stream, obviously, not to turn completely towards the Rob Zombie thing, but we're on topic. Like, I really like his style and directing, dude. I like especially in House, there's stylistically his shots, and it almost feels like an upgraded or a high end like music video in a lot of ways. There's like different things that he does with filters and things, and like it looks really good. I think the writing, for me, is his writing's not up to par with his directing. I guess is just how I feel about it, but my personal opinion on his writing.
He pulls out a book of foul language and just copies that throughout his script.
Yeah, I will say I liked what's Ronnie in the remake.
Oh yeah, you liked him.
That's probably my favorite part.
He's funny.
Yeah, dude, that's my favorite.
Because of how over the top he is. But yeah, he's a terrible character. Well, terrible human being, but a funny character, I think.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we've run for about 40 some minutes. If you've watched it live, thank you for joining and sticking with it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And if you're watching this afterwards, we kind of went on a tangent. Yeah, thanks for watching, but we kind of went on a tangent a little bit about other stuff. So you're welcome for that extra little bit of content. And yeah, guess I'll announce this right here. On the 30th, I'm going to be doing a live commentary for, to me, one of the coolest and funniest slasher films of all time, Sleepaway Camp. So stay tuned for that. Thank you for
man.
Me joining. Jordan.
No problem. Thanks for having me. I just have one thing that I want to say in closing. To anybody watching or anybody who might watch after the fact, where I come from, we call them baldies, and that's I think that's the best way to end it.